Hello, hello, chat. What's up, guys? What's up? How's everyone doing? I'm okay, Christopher. What's up? We ran some stuff last night. We missed out, man. Jimmy, what's up, Jim? How's everything? Good to hear it. Just picked up a bunch of new stuff. You know, we're always getting new stuff in, but got smolts in the mail. Looks great. Good stuff, man. Um, I got good news for you. I have multiple Maddoxes on the way in. Yup. I actually have a Maddox on the way in that is has the inscription Professor. So I know you'll appreciate that one. That one was not easy to get. I'll admit that one was definitely not easy to get, but we do have it on the way. I mean, some people really don't like Mad Dog's auto, and honestly, I love it. I mean, it's Greg Maddox. It is kind of ugly, but like it's Greg Maddox. I do agree. I mean, there's no fighting the fact that he doesn't have a pretty auto, but exactly, he is who he is. Totally agreed. And I also respect the fact that because I feel like a lot of players, for example, a great example is Aaron Judge, um, right in front of you, ugly, 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 ugly autograph when he was a rookie. He changed it. I like the fact that Maddox stuck to the autograph that he had and never changed. You know, it's like I don't care if my autograph's ugly. This is my autograph. You know, so I do like that. Guys, if you want to see our new updated list, let me know. Say the word list, and we'll get that new updated list right over to you. Jimmy, I'm not sure if you've seen my most updated list. Yeah, I'll send it over. If anyone else wants to see that, say the word list, and we will get it right over to you. If anybody has any specific requests, do not hesitate to let me know. Once again, guys, if anyone else wants to see that list, let me know. We've had some crazy balls come in and out, Jimmy. Some new names I have Ernie Banks, Sammy Sosa. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? Carlos Beltran. We didn't carry before, but a lot of the guys that we've had before, we still have. We have Newen. But if anyone wants to see that list, let me know. We got some new Nolan Ryan in. We're always getting new Nolan Ryan in. Some new mantles. It's always fun to take a look at the new mantles. If you want me to do that. McGuire? I didn't realize I already put him on the list. I did, but I have him. I didn't realize I already put him on the list. Um. Oh, so the McGuire. Yo, what's up? What's up, TLG? What's up? What's up? TLG, I just got your messages too. I've been out all day. Um, Jimmy, let me show you the McGuire that I have. The reason why I totally forgot about it is because the McGuire that I have is not like your normal McGuire. It does have an asterisk on it, and I'll show you what that means. Um, let me show you. Let me show you. Where's Mark? Here he is. So, no, Blake, nothing that you'll want. Nothing that you'll want, Blake. I'm not holding out nothing on you. When you see it, you're going to be like, oh, this is why he didn't show me. It's not a bad ball. It's just not a Blake ball. Oh. So, it is cheap, but the downside is that it's too norm. It looks like somebody tried to rub it off. But the McGuire auto itself is beautiful. The only positive to this one is that it is cheap, and if your name is Norm, you'll really enjoy it. Yeah, damn it, Norm is right. But I have other McGuires that are on their way in, that don't have that Norm crap on top. Definitely a great one, right? That's why I was like, I couldn't pass that up, you know, especially because I know people, little nail polisher. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I wouldn't try it. I wouldn't try it myself. Stan Musial ball. What about it? Do you want me to run one, or do you want to see the different Stan Musials and you want to buy one? Run it. All right. You know what? Let me grab you a sweet spot one. You guys tell me. Do you want this, or should we do a sweet spot one? I got a Hall of Fame one, and I also have one right on the suite. Nice. We love when that happens. So those are two of the mutuals, and I also have his Hall of Fame. Down goes Frazier. That's yo TLG. That's literally my line. It's funny as hell. I say that shit all the time. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. So, how much is that two Norm McGuire? Um, Let me take a look. Two Norm. Marky. Um, 80. 80. 80. Stan Musial, 880 on the 80 on the Norm. Let me give you a price on Musial. Do you do you want a price on each of them, Darren? Each of the ones in front of you, or do you want to just know one of them? I'll give you a price on each of them. On this Musial, this one I could do 80. The Hall of Fame is 125. And then this one is also 125. So this one is the cheapest on the left. So 80 on this one, 125 on these. Um, I think it is. I think it is, Blake. I would agree. And it's an MLB hollow. Yes, it is. It is. And that's MLB hologram. But yeah, I would definitely say that's a Blake ball if I've seen one. The center is what makes me say. I know that you're a sucker for the center. Throw it in the box. I got you, brother. The middle one? That's you, Blake. That's all you, Blake. So if you're still here with me, Darren, if you want to let me know if you're interested in either of these stands, both of these stands are still available. Yeah, definitely a great pickup. Both of these stands are still available. So you let me know. TLG, any interest in the McGuire? The two Norm? Pretty good deal to get McGuire like that under 100. You guys want to see some of the new high end balls? Let me show you some of the new high end balls. This is a personal favorite because we recently had. Still waiting on the first check. I got you. Let me show you, Mark. It's totally you. It's totally you. It's just black. It's black and it's to norm. The positive though is he signed it on the top. So if you have it in cubes, if you have it in cubes and the cube, does the COA say norm? No, the COA doesn't say norm. Um, put it in your box. He said, "I'll erase that shit." Hey, I feel you. Put it in your box. I got you, bro. That's a good deal. Pretty good deal, my friend. You're Blake. You're starting to find the good deals, aren't you? Yeah, for $80, it's worth a shot. Yeah, Blake's starting to find his taste and find those deals. So we sold Blake a beautiful Mickey Mantle ball, a ball that is 10 times whiter than this one. But this is one that my friend TLG here will really appreciate because, like like myself, TLG really likes a toned baseball and a properly toned baseball. This is nice and evenly toned Mickey Mantle. It looks like it was around in 1967. You know, it doesn't look like it was signed when he was an old man. I love the look of a ball like that. I definitely do. It is a Bobby Brown, which means that it was signed when he was an old man, but it has the look of if it didn't. So that's one of my personal favorites right now. I'm also really obsessed with the. I have two rookie Jeters right now, but there's this one right here that is probably the best rookie Jeter that I've ever seen, and I own it right now. That is a unreal looking rookie Jeter. Yeah, I'm obsessed with that one right now. I am. I am. I also got a new Mickey Mantle on a Lee McPhail ball. We've talked about Lee McPhail and how much McPhail balls are worth. And while most of my guys here would be like, why, what were you on when you bought this thing? I'm telling you, it holds its value because of that stamp on the back. Lee McPhail. So, why? So Blake, it's pretty much about just like supply and demand. Simply put, so Mickey Mantle, when it comes down to it, say Mantle signed 1 million autographs in his lifetime. He signed 800,000 of those on the ball that's right here, a Bobby Brown baseball, Bobby Brown American League president, which is the same baseball right here. This is what it looks like, American League, Bobby Brown. That's what most of the balls that Mickey signed on, he signed on later in his career on those Bobby Brown balls. The ones earlier in his career are typically looked at as more rare because he didn't sign like that early in his career. He didn't sign like that during his career. So this would have meant This is a young Mickey signing this ball. That's why it holds value. So I actually had one, Blake, that looked exactly like that back there, exactly like that, and it was on a Lee McPhail ball, and that was a beautiful piece. We sold that one on here, I think, for 850 or 9. Yeah, TLG. You know how much those are worth without signatures? Tell the chat how much those are worth without autographs. Without autographs. Like it's real. It's real. Yeah, because they're yeah, no, they go for a lot of money. Yeah, Blake, you would actually appreciate some of the stuff that's gone. Ooh, great play, Anthony. That was a crazy play that Santander just made. But yeah, Blake, I think you would really like a lot of the collection that TLG has. He has some. He collects some like rare baseballs, like not signed, but like rare baseballs, and I've been getting into that recently too. It is some of the coolest stuff, man. There's some baseballs that are so rare. Like TLG, I actually I don't have it to show you anymore, but I had a Ted Williams on a Joe Cronin ball. If you go back and watch like the past streams, the only negative is that it was fading, and it was inscribed, signed, uh best wishes to Greg, or good luck to Greg, or something. But still a cool piece. Still a cool piece. Yeah, when I was last getting stuff authenticated, I saw someone with a DiMaggio on a Joe Cronin ball, and I almost shit my pants. This is one that I feel like it doesn't. This autograph doesn't get enough love. He's not a big name. Actually, he was a big name for a short period of time. He was considered one of the big three in Oakland when he was in Oakland. Jason Iskringhausen. He played for the Mets, but Jason Iskringhausen doesn't get enough credit for how nice his autograph was. Oh, you got that Pete Rose kanji today? Yeah, China. It is what it is. I mean, I get it if it was like just a regular China ball, but I mean, some of these, some of the Blake. I actually, just so you know, some of the older balls, some of the older Major League Baseballs actually have stamps that say the where it was made. Like I'm not sure that it says China, but like some of them say Taiwan. I sold a Reggie Jackson from 1977. The Haiti. No, 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 not Haiti. I'm not talking about the Hades. The Hades, it says it here. The Hades, it says it here. I'm talking about on a Reggie Jackson that I had. It said like literally, it was a 1979 World Series ball, and it had a stamp right in the middle of the sweet spot, and it said like Taiwan. I'll pull up a photo of it. What's up, Nikki? Nikki, how's the Drysdale treating you? I know it does make it look cheap. The Drysdale got to you all right, Nikki. Beautiful ball. I know, man. Definitely in perfect condition. Being considering how long Don has been gone, you know, such a sweet piece. Nice pickup, bro. Talk to you on the Dodgers. I mean, what's up? I mean, I got Kershaw. I got Steve Garvey. I told you I had Kiner, and you didn't. You didn't. You said that Kiner's the man. I do have Kiner. Freeman's gone. Who else do I got? Dodgers right now. Um, who else do I have on the Dodgers? Kershaw, yeah, I have Kershaw. You bought a Freeman today too? Blake, what happened? You changed your mind? Oh, that would change my mind too. 150, it doesn't even matter what it looks like. That's a steal. That's really good. Oh, it's not COA'd? Did you run it through outer safe? Yeah, that sounds a little bit too good to be true if it's I would run that through outer safe. Send it to me. Send it to me. Yeah, 300 is cheap for him. You're right. You're right. You want to see Kershaw, Nikki? Sure. I also have Sandy. And we've talked about how you have Duke. And then I think we talked about the one that I have, the Duke of Flatbush one. So on Kirsch, I got three Kershaws. Blake, I still can't believe that you don't have Kershaw in your collection. If Freeman's nice enough to have in your collection, Kershaw's nice enough to have in your collection. Yes, TLG, I'll pull it up right now. So Kirsch, I have this one. I mean, I have three balls of his. It's not my balls. It's just his autograph. What's new? No, I didn't. I've shown you all three. I actually had a fourth too, and you told me that all of them were disgusting. Um, Price, Nikki. Are you looking at price on all of them? Um, like one by one. Let me get you guys a price. So the this one up here because it's nasty looking. I could do 200. That comes with an LOA. Um, this one, the one that fits your collection best, would probably be one, two, or three. I mean, you have a lot of really bright blues, so maybe that one. Um, but nonetheless, this one I could do 200, Nikki. This one I can do 250, and then this one I can also do 250. These these two on the ends, this one and this one, these are MLB holograms. This one is JSA LOA, and then this one is also a TSA LOA. So let me give you the number on this one in the middle. That one is really nice. Yeah, I could do 250 on that one too. I could do 250. I could do 250 on any of the blue ones, and then on the black one, it's 200. Can't see the one on the left. No, Blake. Both of the MLBs are blue ink. They're blue ink. Both blue. I agree. His auto is ugly, but he is who he is. What? Nikki. Drysdale's auto is not ugly. Drysdale's auto is definitely not ugly. Yeah, I thought that this one best fits yours personally, but that's just me. Far right. Just take a look at those side by side. Make sure, because I don't want to get into you. Because I'll tell you the truth. Always looking for more. I'll tell you that you have three Snyders. I'll tell you the truth. I like this one better personally, but I know that you're a centering person, and this one is definitely more centered. So I do want to caution you on that. He did get snubbed. Yeah, Blake. This one's dead center, and this one's a little bit down, as you can see. I'm I'm just letting you know. Who got snubbed for Hall of Fame? The one, the one on the right looks. I mean, hey, if if that's the one you want, I'm not. I'm gonna send you the one you want. I'm just telling you. This one is a little bit skewed down to the left, down into the left, and this one is just a little bit to the left. But yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I'll set them both aside and we'll figure it out. Yes, sir. I got you, bro. Other Dodgers, I have Steve Garvey. Um, I have Greg Maddux. Otani sold. Otani sold. I think I mentioned that I have Ralph Kiner, legendary Dodgers radio announcer. Oh, let me pull up those pictures, TLG, to show them. I don't know what. I didn't see. Did you text them? Can you text them to me, TLG, so I could show the chat? Mm. Blake, did you pick up Mariano Rivera? Sounds familiar. I'm shocked that you don't like Sheffield's autograph. Blake, I feel like Sheffield would be so you. I'm shocked that you haven't. The boys will know him. I bet you. I bet you that Riley knows exactly who Gary Sheffield is. Let me show you Chef. I think he's up your alley just because of how clean he signs. And my autographs of his do happen to be in blue, and the centering on them is like so tough it's unreal. So that's one Sheffield. But wait, I do have the one that I'm thinking for you is even better centered than that because that one is a little bit more off than I even thought. Hold on, let me pull a good Gary for you. There's the one that I thought would be perfect for you. And now I can't find it. I got it. This is this is the beautiful centering job. They said, "Who the fuck?" So this is the one that I was thinking of. Wow, they said they don't know him. Huh? I'm shocked. If they looked him up and they saw his batting stance, they would probably know exactly who he is. But this was the one I was thinking for you. That one's so clean. Went from heterosexual friend went from Jeter to heterosexual. That's liberal America for you. It can't. Like you can't make that. You can't make that up. Jeter. I mean, he is a ladies' man. He is a ladies' man. Definitely. But Chef is a cool one. Chef is a cool one for sure. Oh, Blake. Last night, remember you got outbid on Soto? Did you want to add Soto? You don't have him. You have everybody except Soto. How much for the ball on the left? On the left, let me check for you right now, Mr. Blake. Um, Sheffield 90. 90. I got you. And the cool thing I like about this one is that this one is a witness bound one. So this one was witnessed by JSA. Always love those. You don't have Soto. Remember yesterday you were bidding on Soto and then the Wi-Fi crapped out? You don't though. You don't. Not yet. Shocking to me too. I have one that's like literally identical. I got two from the same person, so you're in luck. I got two from the exact same seller, the exact same show. They got them both from, so you are actually in luck. Yeah, let me pull it for you. Let me pull it for you. Sorry, I'm just dealing with the stubborn cube there. Soto? Yeah, no, Soto. Soto, I would know if you had Soto. I'm positive you don't have Soto. Unless you bought him from someone else. So this is the one that is the twin to the one that sold yesterday. It's so perfect. Definitely like that one a lot. I know. So lazy. So lazy. But it is Juan Soto. JUANSOTO. I mean, I could do you the one sold last night right around 200. I could do you 200. That's what you would have paid for it last night. What about it? Rawlings trash. It's a Walmart ball. I don't know. It's a Rawlings baseball. Right. Those aren't going to be $200. And I mean, that's the perfect auto. That's the same. That's the one that you asked for. I'm just giving you what you asked for. Not signed by the commissioner. No. I do have those, but those are more expensive. I was just giving you what you asked for. Keep with those. All right. Here's the money. Price goes up a lot here. And hey, you get what you pay for, right? But this one goes up in price a lot. Double, not double, but close. Not double, but close. Yeah, it's way too perfect the centering. It's like right on. Right on. What's up, Mantle? You see that mantle back there? I have one that's not as centered as nice. That's less. If you want to see that one, Blake. But I just thought that would be the most appealing one to you. I believe this one's Beckett. Beckett. Just wondering if his auto is worth it. Um, if it makes you feel any better, I do have him in my personal collection, but I do find that he's one of those players that he's a walking player that's a Hall of Famer. So do with that what you will. Um, I do think his autograph is worth it, but yeah. All right. Yeah, you definitely got a package deal going here. Um, yeah, that's five counting Kirsch. Blake, do you get into signed you get into signed jerseys at all? Show you the box if it's nearby. I got you, bro. It actually is. A little. Okay. If the boys are awake, shoot them the name Andrew Jones. Let me know. You could hear me lifting the box. Okay. What kind of jersey? I'll show you. It's your classic white Atlanta Braves jersey. Such a sweet auto. They don't know him, and I love that he does the A Jones. Love Andrew. We have his ball too. Batting zero tonight. All right, let me show you your box here. So there, first on the top, I got it in a protector for you. Just hit the Siri button by accident. Yeah, it's filthy. You're hollow down there. It is filthy. So there's that. And what else? What else does Blake have? Blake has a signed Jose Canseco Texas Rangers jersey. Also, witness authenticated. That's a great pickup. Yeah, Jose is sweet. That's definitely a cool one. Um, Continuing in the Blake box, I have Blake. This Reggie that I put you on to is so sweet. So this is the Reggie that I put you on to. TLG, I know you love that one too. That's the fire, Mr. Reginald Jackson. So we put him in a cube, and we give you the this that comes with it. Um, Moving along. Yeah, you're gonna give you a little review of what you got. Mike Schmidt. This one I'm pretty sure you picked up last night. Pete Rose, also last night. Aaron Judge, also last night. Cal Ripken Jr., 1995 All Star Game, Texas. Evan Longoria. David Justice. Frank Thomas. Pedro Martinez. That was one of the first ones in this lot. I think that actually was the first one in this lot. Oh no, this one was. Remember? This is the what's his name? I'm forgetting his name right off the rip. I'll pull that up. That was the very first one. Hideki Matsui. Juan Gonzalez was the name of that guy. Sammy Sosa. I don't know why that looked so bad in the glare. Sammy Sosa. And you got Julio. We also included that in there for you. So you got a nice haul. The Justice, that Justice is sold magnificent, but I do have another Justice if you're interested. I do have another Justice if you're interested. Judge, yes, we always got big names like that. Yup. Judge Price. Um the one that you just saw, I have one like that in the mail coming. That one I could do for 6. This one I can do for also 6. So on the judges, 600 apiece. On the other justice, I can do 75 on the other justice. 75 on the other justice. Last night I think he went for 80 something. So if you want to run justice, just say the word and we will run him for you. No doubt. You want to see the other justice? All right, let's pull up DJ. DJ. Here we go. David Justice. We love David. May want to see if you could trade the Hideki. What do you mean? His dad's ball? Who was his dad? I don't know his dad. Oh, really? His dad played baseball? Yuki? I don't think that that's his dad, but I could be wrong. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yuki Sasaki is like a Japanese player. That's why I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, no. What's up, TLG? Dude, you you asked AI. Um, let me take a look. Let me take a look. Let me first show you what TLG sent me. These official orange Major League Baseballs, and then this is the stamp where it shows Haiti, and then this is the 1982 All-Star Game. So yeah, absolutely, absolutely, definitely, bro. Um, oh wow, that's funny. Says that they're related, but they're not. Orange is strange, but it's baseball history. Definitely strange. Hey, and you were. I don't. I don't. With baseball questions, I feel like you would have been better off. You would have been better off asking the boys. I feel like if you if you ask Riley that in the morning, he'll probably be like, "Oh yeah." Oh, they said they didn't know. Oh, really? Really? I mean, I didn't know. I didn't. I knew. I just didn't know if his that was his son or not. I mean, I guess. And with those, being that you already you have the the Matsui, the one that you do, I would recommend doing one of each, regular and kanji. At least in my personal collection, that's what I do. I have seen the balls. The only person, yeah, Yuki plays for the Padres right now. He does play for the Padres right now. The only one that I would ever do, both English and and kanji, I would only do that for Shohei. I wouldn't do both on the same ball. But I don't think that anyone's. I don't think that anyone's kanji is as nice as Shohei's. I mean, you could probably return it. I mean, it's not that he's a good player. I mean, I get that you bought him on the pretense of thinking that it was a father son duo, but at the end of the day, it's not like you bought Pete Rose's was pretty nice. See, that's unreal. That was a sick steal. You texted me about that, but you couldn't text me about about Matsui. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Blake. He is, and he. It's not like you picked a bum. He's a good pitcher. You know, he's not bad. And honestly, if you really wanted to, Blake, I could probably move that for you. Like if you really, really wanted to. But if I'm you, for $50, just sit on it. I'd rather be in a questionable player for $50 than be in a questionable player for $300, like some other people. I mean, if you don't want my Matsui, we could work something out. But I definitely would recommend you know at the prices that you have, they're pretty good. Yeah, and in my opinion, like I said, I have to do a show that's just like one day, just like a show of my personal collection, just to like have fun and show you guys what I personally collect. Um, but in my PC, you'll actually see Hideki specifically. I actually have one that is exactly like yours on bottom, and then on top I have the kanji one. So, but yeah, no, Blake. That is the thing about this 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 thing, like collecting autographs. You're definitely going to like it happens. It happens to the best of us. Where you just have one of those moments with whether I mean for me the first thing that really got me like first screw over that I had was I actually like when I first got into this I bought a fake mantle ball and I went to JSA and I was so excited and it failed and I was mortified. Um, so stuff does happen. You're learning very very fast. I mean, Blake, seriously, the collection that you have is like there's some people in their older years that it's taken them their entire lives to amass the collection. Let me look at Freeman. Do you want me to put it on the screen here, or do you want me to look at it myself and give you an opinion? Okay, let's pull it up for you. Off the first rip, I mean, literally just clicking on the link, it looks good. This was an auction. I think you got a good one here. I'm gonna take a look at the photos. It looks to me like you got a good one. I think you got a good one. TLG, are you here? I think that this is a good one. The centering's on too. Let me hold on. Take a look. Manfred Freeman. If it's a fake, it's a really, really good one. Graces this baseball making must have whether it plays blah blah blah. That's an AI. Okay. Usually sometimes the description will help. From Cumming, Georgia. That tracks. Probably some Atlanta fan that got it at a game. You got a steal, dude. I give this my stamp of approval. If you sent this to Outer Safe, they would tell you it's safe. That's a good one, bro. Nice pickup. Yes, eBay does have a money back guarantee, but I will warn you, Blake, some people will like hold out on you. Like, for example, I've had, where I buy on eBay, not authenticated. This is my business, so I'm sure I buy on eBay not authenticated, and then I go and get it authenticated, and then sometimes some stuff doesn't pass. And when the stuff doesn't pass, you have to have some sort of recourse. But but yeah, what you have to be aware with eBay is it does have a money back guarantee, but what they'll do is they'll dick you around for like 3 days, and they say, oh, you can have the money back right now, but we want to give it back to you in 72 hours. Basically, the buyer is supposed to give you your money back. I mean, the seller is supposed to give you your money back right away. And a lot of these sellers, they'll see the request and they'll simply ignore it because they know that they have 3 days to resolve the issue and they don't want to resolve the issue, you know? So it's definitely safe, but I would be prepared for that in the future. But with that Freeman ball, I, I, I like Blake. I'm so confident in that one that I would pay for the authentication if that one failed. That one's good. You got a good one. Yeah, no, I mean, it looked too good. I would be careful with that. I don't want you to take this and be like, I know everything. Definitely don't, because I've done that in the past where I've picked one offline, and then I think I'm like the master at it, and then I start picking them offline, and I start getting bad ones. Um, oh, you got a Bryson DeChambeau golf ball. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely, if I was you, um, reach out in the future, um, ahead of time, just so you could have that, peace of mind, because I would have told you right, right ahead of like the Freeman. I would have told you as soon as you put your bid in. I would have told you, that's good and to bid up. So never hesitate to reach out. I have some people that or that barely even, come to me for any business, and all they do is, ask my opinion on stuff, and I'm happy to do it. So definitely, never hesitate, Blake. I'm always here for, whatever whatever knowledge I could share with you. Blake, do you think that the boys and yourself would have any interest in going to the national sports collector convention, or are they don't get into it enough like that? Check the golf ball. Bryson, I'm not like super versed on, so I wouldn't be able to tell you like without a shadow of a doubt. But again, off the rip, it looks good. Let me see. B's good. Yeah, that's good, dude. That's good, and that's priced the way it should be. It would be worth so much more. You know how much this would be worth if he fucking won the Masters this year? And I mean, you Blake, you watched the tournament, right? He looked like a beast going into it. Like, in the beginning. Oh, you couldn't. Oh my goodness, Blake. He was like tearing it up. He was tearing it up. He was leading, and then he just gave it all up. But I feel like Rory needed that. Rory needed that, and so did his hot girlfriend or wife. I think they're married now. That's something on my bucket list. I would love to go to the Masters. The convention is in Chicago this year and next year, actually. July 30th, August 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It's like a week long. Oh yeah, it's a Blake. The natural is no joke, but it's such a good time, and I think that we would definitely you would definitely have to set a spending limit for yourself, as I do every year. you know, yeah, Blake, check it out. I was just thinking of you because it's a nice easy ride. Um, nice easy puddle jumper right from Fort Worth right over to O'Hare is like easy as heck. So usually they keep it on the East Coast, but in the middle of the country this year and next year. So I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was a little bit miffed, but I was like, I was like, why are they gonna do it in the middle of the country? Why wouldn't they do it? But yeah, no, it's and the cool part about that is that there's a bunch of oldies that go. So Nolan will be there. Nolan's one guy that'll be there, and I feel like that's a cool thing that your kids will get to meet Nolan Ryan before he's gone. But and there are tons of people that flock, and people flock all for that same reason. They're all like, I want to meet X, Y, Z. Yes. That's a whole thing. It's a whole. There's like a whole lineup of like 300 people, 300 signers. Huge lineup. Look it up, Blake. It's the NSCC, National Sports Card Convention. It's a pretty fun time. Yeah, yeah. Go take a look. TLG, did you send me those balls? What's up, guys? You want to see our list? Say the word list in the chat. Yeah, I do. All right. I have cheaper, like I said. I could show you cheaper if you're trying to get cheaper. But for that specific one, all right. But for that specific one, I actually am. I'm in for over 300. Yeah. Like, I don't know if you have Carl Yastrzemski yet. I have a feeling you might, but Carl Yastrzemski, um, one of the few men to hit the Triple Crown. He typically has a really ugly autograph. Like this one right here is a good one. The one that is right in front of you, that one is the nicest one I've ever seen. So if you're ever gonna want a Yastrzemski, that'll be one that you do want. Mm. See it up close? Which is that? The Soto? Hold on. I have to go pull it out of your box. Oh, the Triple Crown guy? I got you. Yes. No problem, bro. Yep. So that's Mr. Yastrzemski. And just for comparison, this ball next to it is considered this one right here is considered a really good one. This one. But the one over here is even better. It's not that he usually goes really light on the C up there. So typically you'll get a really light look like that. This is through and through. Through and through on the C. So definitely a cool one as far as Yastrzemski goes. And definitely a clean one as far as Yastrzemski goes. Where's the inscription? There's no inscription on the one that I'm showing you right here. This one has no inscription. This one has an inscription. Oh, what's the inscription? Oh, gotcha. This is Hall of Fame 89. Hall of Fame 89. HOF 89. Even though to me, if you ask me what that actually looks like, it looks like 11 E Z 4 4. Yeah, definitely not not the best penmanship in the world from Mr. Yastrzemski. Um the one on the left calls 300. Blake, as a part of your deal, because so I don't want I want you to know that this is the deal price. Um as a part of your deal, I could do 200 for the one on the right. Yes, the one on the right. The one on the left is, believe it or not, the one on the left is actually 300. But this one, I mean, if you wanted the one on the left, I could bless you up and get it for a little bit cheaper. But the one on the right, I could do for you 200, and I have that one listed for 275. So you said bundle deal. We'll bless you up, brother. Let's see where we're at with all I have tonight. Yeah. So let me run for you what you got right now. We'll add that up right now. I still can't get over that Judge. I got you. That Judge was unreal. That Judge was unreal, bro. You definitely you got a sweet one. Um, Blake, did you want to take a look at the Kershaws again, or do you want me to text you photos of that, or do you want to take a look again? I got you. 1 second. All right, I got your two Kershaws for you. Let's take a look. Let us take a look. So, number one on Kirsch, Mr. Kirsch. This is. I think that this is the one that we said that we liked. This is the one, meaning you. This is the one. This is the one. And then. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's the that's the one that I like. That's the one that I like. That's the one that I think is more centered. When you're like when the camera's like dead level with them is when you could see it best. It's totally. I mean, I don't think that either of them are perfectly centered. It's just a matter of preference. As far as up and down, this one is really right down the middle. But as far as left and right, I think that this one is slightly left. Got you, brother. Yeah. That's the same one from before. So, wait, doesn't look like the C. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel you. But that's what I'm saying. They're both not perfect because look at how low the Y is to the stitching on that one. But it's the same difference. You know I'm indifferent on them. But if this is the one that we're gonna do, then to the left, yeah, bro, yeah. I'll tell you, you have a good taste for going for these two. No, I mean, I just don't want you to be. I just hope that it's as. I hope that you realize that it's not. perfectly centered. That's all. It's not that I disagree. I just want you to know that, I know you love your centering, so I don't want you to. That's the only thing is that it's just slightly down. I wish he would too. I wish he would too. But it is what it is, and I think that you got a pretty good one here. These are both pretty good. The two of us, we're grasping at straws right now, because as far as Kershaw goes, this is pretty nice. You want to see an ugly Kershaw autograph? I'll show you an ugly Kershaw autograph. That's an ugly Kershaw autograph. China EAQ5. What the fuck? That's an ugly Kershaw. Um, but yeah, no, I think that this one's sweet. Absolutely great pickup. Absolutely great pickup. And that's an MLB hollow. And I like just calling out the MLB hollow over the speaker here. So we're 039636FJ 039636FJ 039636FJ. Yeah. So definitely a sweet one, bro. Definitely a sweet one. Um, you want me to shoot you a message? You want me to shoot you a message? That that'll do. I love this kiddo Hoppy. He's so good, bro. Hold on one second. Blake, are we doing with or without the Yaz? That last one. Gotcha. So I could do. Okay, hold on. Let me write it. Let me write it. You remember I said the Yaz I have listed for 275. So because I actually got that one at a decent price, I could bless up and really work that for you. That would make Yaz 160 instead of. I mean, yeah. No, it would. Yeah, it would make it 160 instead of 275. So that's pretty stinking good. So I got you, brother. Do you want to take a quick look at what we did tonight? Just a little run back. So, and let me take a look. Yes. Yes. Yep. Got it. Got it. Got it. So you got that one. Like you're starting to get selective, my friend. You're starting to get good selective. So tonight we did Chef, Kirsch, McGuire, Bushel, and last but not least, a cool way to mount them on the wall. Um, I recommend cases. Have you gotten any cases yet? I do like cases. I do use them specifically with my PC. You know. Oh, the home plate. The home plate one's pretty cool, bro. That's I didn't get the home plate, but TLG, yours is really cool. That's cool. That's really cool. That would be sick. TLG, you see all these pickups that he made? Have you ever seen a car Yastrzemski this clean? TLG? It almost looks fake, right? Right? It's so good, bro. I mean, he he's an old man. That mark, I mean, it. I know people that do that. I personally, I don't have the stomach to do it because I just don't have the stomach to do it. But I do know people that do it and people that are successful with it. So I'm sure that you'll do fine with it. I just literally don't have the balls to do it. I'm like afraid to mess something up. Eh, Where? Here's Ronnie. Mr. Clean. Really? Really? I've heard of people using Magic Eraser, but I didn't know that that was like foolproof. TLG, I agree. I agree. I don't know if that would work on the leather, but if it does, it does. Apparently, it does. Pretty sick if it does. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, yeah. I like the Young Angels guys. These Young Angels players. I think that they're definitely an interesting bunch. They definitely have a future that I'm interested in. Oh, I know. I know. I saw that and I thought of him right away because he's a huge Texas fan. So I texted him right away. The dent from the pen from on the McGuire. Yeah. All right, Blake. See you later. See you later. Great pickups tonight, Blake. TLG still hanging? Yeah, yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. Can you send me some photos over text and we'll do them right now? I got you, bro. TLG, you send them yet? Let me know when you sent them, TLG, and I'll take a look. Sent? Let me take a look. Let me take a look. And let's get cracking. Let's get cracking. Okay. Nothing off the rip. Mm, I know who this is. I just don't know who it is. This one. Hold on. I might have this one. Let me take a look. It might. Check. Check. That might be Robin Roberts. That might be Robin Roberts. That's Jim Palmer. That's Jim Palmer. So let's take a look. That's that. And let's go here. Really? Are you fucking kidding me? Jim Palmer. Oh, right. It's gonna show me photos of the fucking guy. Auto. So there you go. That is that. So that's one. That's Jim Palmer. Um, shit. Could that be Steve Carlton? I don't know what his autograph looks like. Let's take a look. Steve Carlton auto. Let's see. No. 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 S. That could be a. Who wore number 31? Can you identify what this says? The inscription or no? What's up, Zuko? Long time no see. I can't identify what the inscription says. What's up? What's up? How's everything? I still have one of those boxes. Actually, I have a few of them. Maybe UL3? The 2021. 2021. Yes, sir. I feel like maybe it's a G. Let's look up Steve MLB number 31. Uh, Trash show. That could be it. Let's see. Paste and search. Autograph. Bang. No, wait. Wait. I don't think that's it. Wait, yes it. Wait. The T is all fucked up. Let me see. No, I think that is him. Hold on. Wait, no. No. I should keep my mouth shut while I'm looking at this because you guys are probably like, this guy has no idea what I'm talking about. But I'm just saying what I'm thinking. But no, this is now that we're looking here, I unfortunately don't think that that's him. No. Shoot. That sucks. Who else could it be? Not Trash. Oh, Chisek? Could be. Autograph. Yep, that's it. That's him. Steve Chisek. Steve Sichek. That's him. And that's going to be the same inscription. So let's see what it says. Is that the same inscription? Yeah, it is. It's CI 3123. CI 3123. Is that one? Why does he or CI 2? I don't know. It looks like he does it on everything. CI something. Here's the ball right here. So that's Steve Chisek. Yeah, I don't know. CL 323. What does CL stand for? What what uh what part of the Bible is CL? TLG, you still with me? COL 3:23. What is it? What does the Bible verse say? I'm curious. Let's see. Bible verse COL 3:23. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord and not for men. Wow. That's fire. I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty hard ball. You still here, TLG? That's pretty fire, bro. That's a nice piece. Yeah. You see this? You see what Colossians. Ah, that's what the COL is. That's an interesting piece, bro. So we got those bottom two taken care of. Let's see what else we're working with here. Now, to me, this looks like Earl Weaver, but it's not. Could it be Earl Weaver? Let me pull up his autograph. Oh, really? We're doing this again? Nah. No, no, no. Nope. No. Who could that be? Oh, it could be Gaylord. That could be Gaylord Perry. No. The P. No. Nope. Not Perry. I'm going to tell you, this one's going to be impossible to figure out. This one, I would have to send to groups. That one, that one's tough. Um, that, it looks like someone I know, but I don't see enough of it to know if it's, yeah, these are tougher. Uh, dear- Someone's going to be able to identify this really easily. It's not me, but this is a recognizable autograph. Someone's going to be able to identify that really easy. And that one. This one, you said you might know who it is. but that one will be tough, and then that one's going to be impossible. This is the one that you said that you think you know who it is, right? The M? I actually really like this one. Let's do a little JSA search because I have a cert here, and I don't know which baseball it goes to. I was showing you guys a bunch of baseballs. We got mixed up here. Let's take a look real quick. CB03252. I'm pretty sure this is one that I did myself, the CBs. No, that is not one that I did myself. That's McGuire. So good thing I checked because he just bought that one. Yeah, CB52. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, TLG. The hard part about those two is with the bigger names, it's also a lot easier. But like I said, there's a couple of those that are going to be recognizable for someone. They just have to. It just has to be sent. I just have to send them to groups for you. Or if you want, I could send you the info on groups and you could send them. But yeah, no, it's definitely gonna be tough for me on those other ones. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. You got it. So while we're here, I'll play one of my favorite educational YouTube videos. How to spot a fake Mickey Mantle. You guys, and this is also how to spot a real Mickey Mantle. So you guys might end up making a lot of money um off of this video. I know that I have. Um so stay put. I'm telling you, this video changed everything. TLG, I recommend staying locked in for this one because I know that you know a ton, but this is something that everyone can benefit from. This guy is awesome, by the way. Terrible. Terrible. Oh, I can't even say it. This is so bad. I've always been big into autographs. I really love collecting autographs. Guys, I'm not going to talk over him, but I would say just lock in here. Take notes, pay attention. I'll also drop a link to this. But definitely pay attention, lock in here. I'm not going to talk over him. I will stop it. But you want to know it's the real deal, Holyfield. I hate fake autographs. I hate that it's out there, that people are getting scammed. And so I made that video, and over the years, even to this day, I get emails
of people sending me a Mickey Mantle autograph, or one that they hope is a Mickey Mantle autograph, and asking me, is this legit? What do you think? And I would always help them out best I can. What you see here is an obvious, real Mickey Mantle autograph. This is the Mickey Mantle autograph that we all know. This is his standard autograph that he used for most of his life. And I do want to go on eBay again and see if we're still dealing with a bunch of fakes or if eBay's cleaned it up at all. And it's interesting because I believe that we'll find that when it is PSA authenticated or JSA authenticated, it's probably going to be completely legit. And when it's not, when it says unauthenticated, I bet it's going to look like pure crap. But Mickey Mantle didn't always have this autograph. It kind of evolved into that back in the day, back in his early career. You could see it was a little bit different. The last 5 letters.
See, to me, this was the most informative part. This was the most informative part. I didn't understand that his autograph really did change. So, interesting.
ANTLE, pretty similar throughout his entire life, but you can see the M's went through a drastic transformation. They used to be really simple, like this, with the M, just a normal M. And then here around 1950, this is about 1953 or so, maybe 54, he started having this fancy M right here. This is where it started. You can see it's only in the first letter of his first name and the first letter of his second name. It's a little bit different. Usually both M's are not exactly equal, which is one thing to look for. So I'm going to tell you in this video some things to look for.
That's a big thing to look
to
for.
recognize that it's legit or fake. And even here, he's modern now.
A big thing to look for is on a true mantle, even the ones that look the most even, there is going to be some difference between the loops on both M's. They're not going, if they're exact, it's not his.
Exactly the same. One's a little bit bigger here in this case, but it varies. But usually, for whatever reason, they look a little bit different. Like this one's got the little loop. This one, the M, the second M doesn't. But this is the modern signature that Mickey Mantle has used. So here I am on eBay, and I just searched Mickey Mantle signed baseball. We're seeing what comes up here. We got a new listing already. This one's PSA certified, so I expect it to be completely legit. It is kind of lightly signed here, over $1,000 for it. This Mickey, and yeah, it looks pretty good to me. And there's some things I'll tell you to look for when I see the fake, but this one certainly authentic, and you can look it up online and go to PSA's website or JSA's website, see a picture of it. Always do that before you buy. I'll tell you right now, I always suggest buying one that's PSA or JSA authenticated, just to be safe. And the second one here, no seal with no certificate of authenticity. Red flag. It's already got a bunch of bids. It's already well over $100. Oh my God! What is that? Holy Jesus! What is that? What the fuck is that? Now, this was not authenticated. I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot stick right here. This one, like, if it's not authenticated and there's any question about it, don't even bother. And there's definitely a question about this one. This M, it looks like an R. It's completely sideways. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with this one at all. Like you just look at it at a glance and it looks terrible. Okay, here's one over $200. Says charity 30%. This is awful. This is awful. Oh Lord. Oh man. eBay has not cleaned it up. 30% of the transaction will be donated to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Is that supposed to like make people feel better? eBay for charity? My goodness. And I'm saying what to look for.
That is a thing, by the way.
The spacing is off.
People will like put on their eBay that it's like for charity and it's some non-profit just linked to themselves.
Look at the C. It's not. It doesn't have a downward curve normally, like this one does here. See how it curves down? Mickey C does not usually do that. That's really unusual. And then the M here is just really bad. There's not. Gosh, Lee, that's bad. That M is just. I don't even think I need to explain to you why this is bad. But typically the M will be kind of perfectly straight. You can draw a straight line over. Ready to lose the hat and regrow the hair? With Chews by Hims, you can regain your hair and your confidence. Our chews are powered by clinically proven ingredients like minoxidil and finasteride, so you can get thicker, fuller hair in 3 to 6 months. Your treatment is 100% personalized to your hair goals. It comes at an affordable price that works for your budget, so you can step out with full confidence. Hats off to hair growth with treatment that works for you. Start today at hims.com. Gotham Sports.
He'll just pick up right where he left off.
All right, let's talk about this Rafael Devers thing, man, because I like Rafael Devers, the player, but he has been involved with some drama this year. Apparently, he told reporters on Thursday that he is not willing to play first base. And there was a ton of quotes basically saying the Red Sox, this is what he said, that the Red Sox told him to put his glove away and focus on DH, and now they're going back on their word. And it seems like there's some kind of dissension between him and the GM there, Chris Getz, and I don't know, it all seems kind of spiteful, I guess you could say, like, you guys told me to put my glove away. Now I'm not going to use it, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, like, you made the decision to force me at DH. Now you got to live with it. I mean, it seems to me that if he was unhappy going to DH full time, this would kind of be his escape. You know, like kind of offering him a lifeline here. That also, by the way, would greatly help the team because it would allow them to call up maybe Roman Anthony with the DH spot being open. He also said they should turn to the market to fill their first base need. Like just like, and I can understand. Of course, I can understand him being disappointed with the initial move to DH, being frustrated by that. You know, it'd be great to think everybody's going to be the ultimate team player all the time, but realistically, they're not. I just don't understand why, like I was saying, if the cardinal offense was making him a full-time DH, which a lot of players don't like to do, particularly superstar players, if that was the cardinal offense, and this is a way that he doesn't have to do that anymore, it kind of corrects the cardinal offense. I understand they're asking him to change again, and he was already felt slighted by that initial change. But why not use this as an opportunity to address the initial slight, but also escape from it? Like, say publicly, sure, I'll move to first base, but then that means I'm your first baseman. We're done with the DH thing. I don't appreciate being jerked around like this. Make that publicly. State it out there so to reporters, like, let them in on it, let the public in on it. And I think pretty much everybody would be supporting him in that case because, yeah, he's been treated kind of unfairly, but he is willing to do it for the good of the team. And not only does he get that if he takes that stance, not only does he get a little more public support and potentially even the fan base holding the team accountable because they've heard the story now. Not only does he get that, but he also no longer has to DH, which was what he was hoping not to do in the first place. So it's frustrating to see him just go the petty route instead of doing that. And I know some people have argued there are shorter clips of the talking to reporters, and they're saying maybe the translation wasn't the most flattering, but they're only looking at shorter clips. And I know some on the Red Sox beat have countered by saying, yeah, but he went on for like 6 minutes. This wasn't just like, we weren't just fixating on this 1 minute clip that you're responding to. So, yeah. And I even read that other Red Sox players were overhearing it and kind of shaking their heads like, Yeah, it didn't seem to play well.
It is a bad look, and I get that there are bruised egos involved here, and he is a superstar. He is the face of their franchise. He was given $300+ million to be,
Guys, let me know if you want to see that
Red Sox
list.
player. And so he wanted to remain at third base. You know what I would say to that? You should have played better. He was a terrible defender. There was no reason why they shouldn't have gone after an Alex Bregman, who entering this season was like 90th percentile at third base, whereas Rafael Devers was 8th percentile outs above average. So, you know what? If you didn't want to get moved off third base, you probably should have played better. So, that would be my response to that. And if you want to get back on the field, this is your opportunity.
This is your opportunity, exactly.
And yeah, now you're bypassing it to be spiteful, basically. So it's just a very weird situation.
The way I think this could have been avoided, and frankly, I kind of assumed this already happened, was if they didn't present it to him as you're just a DH now, but we'll start you at DH now. You can take some ground balls at first base. Eventually, we'll try to transition you over there. If that's the way the Red Sox went into it, then which is again kind of what I thought already happened. Because why would you have a $300 million man be full-time DH? I assumed the plan all along was to eventually transition him to first base. They just didn't have, with his health issues going on this spring, they just didn't have enough time to acclimate him at that point. So apparently that didn't happen, and so now, I mean, I don't know what this direction this ends up going. We'll just have to see. Obviously, he eventually accepted the move to DH, so maybe he'll accept this first base situation in due time. But he's added a lot of drama too.
I'll tell you where it is headed, Scott. Util only Rafael Devers next season. That is where it's headed. That would not be great for fantasy. I mean, there's a lot of season left. We'll see what happens. But, a Util only Devers, that would not be great. By the way, on the field, he's been doing his thing again. I mean, here on Thursday, 2 for 3, a sock and a shoot. His 6th home run, his first steal. And last 12 games for Devers, 383, 4 home runs, 10 RBI, an OPS over 1,100. And all of a sudden, the season-long stat line.
If you guys want to see our list, say the word list.
I guess that's really what matters here for fantasy is that he's, performing. Spencer Strider is scheduled to throw another bullpen on Saturday. Joe Ryan, who missed his start on Thursday due to illness, will start Saturday against the Giants. The Cubs are expected to call up Cade Horton this weekend against the Mets, and he is 32% rostered. This season in the minors, a 1.24 ERA, a .86 whip, 12.9% swinging strike rate for Cade Horton. I mean, this was a first-round pick back in 2022. He's dealt with a lot of injuries, but he's healthy now, Scott. And so, how aggressive do you plan to be on Cade Horton?
He's healthy, and the velocity has picked up on his fastball this year. Kind of lost the fastball while dealing with the injuries last year, which is why the numbers were so bad. Average fastball velocity up 1.7 miles per hour from last year, to give the exact number. The consensus top 100 prospect each of the last 2 years, so the pedigree's definitely there. He has a 1.24 ERA at AAA in his 6 starts. There's obviously reason for enthusiasm here, and I think if you need pitching help, it makes sense to go ahead and add Cade Horton prior to his debut. Now, I'm not going to sit here and promise that it's all going to be roses. I'm kind of naturally skeptical of prospect call-ups at this stage of my career. It wasn't always like that, and maybe it won't always be like that, but that's kind of where I am right now. If I can find a reason for skepticism, I will. And in Cade Horton's case, it's that he really just has 2 pitches, fastball and slider. He doesn't throw strikes at a particularly good rate, 62% strike percentage. Down in those 6 AAA starts this year, walked more than 4 batters per 9. And big fly ball guy. So it's going to be some vulnerability to the long ball. I think the main reason he had a 1.24 ERA at AAA is because 169 BABIP. Obviously, he may be a low BABIP guy with all those fly balls. It's not going to be a 169 BABIP. So, it may be, there may be a learning curve here for Cade Horton, and he may get shuttled between the majors and the minors a few times, or he may not. He may, throw 6 shutout innings in his first start and stick around all season long. That's obviously what you're hoping for if you pick up Cade Horton, and I think it's a fine idea. Just don't expect the world right away, because the chances are you're not going to get that.
And he is being thrown right into the fire, too. I mean, he has to face the Mets lineup this weekend. So, not the easiest task for Cade Horton in his first go-around. Zach Eflin is lined up to return Sunday against the Angels. He's been out about a month with a right lat injury. Freddie Peralta threw off flat ground on Wednesday. Expects to make his next start. Ivan Herrera is expected to return on Friday. He's been out a month with a left knee bone bruise, and I think he's still out there in like a third of CBS leagues. We've talked a lot about catchers recently in one catcher leagues. Agustin Ramirez and Sean Murphy and Hunter Goodman, names like that. Would you take Herrera over any of those?
I need to remind myself where I have them ranked. It's obviously a crowded group, because there are pros and cons for each of them. I have Ivan Herrera behind Hunter Goodman, Sean Murphy, and Agustin Ramirez, kind of working backwards. That's the reverse order. I ranked Herrera, Goodman, Murphy, Agustin Ramirez. And, I mean, it could flip in short order if Herrera comes back like gangbusters. The one I would struggle to rank him ahead of is Agustin Ramirez, but the upside is there, for sure. Murphy, I'm getting a little worried about Murphy playing time-wise, because lately he's been, this is Sean Murphy, by the way, lately he's been sitting every third game to get Drake Baldwin in more, and Baldwin's been hitting great since he got removed from the starting role. The data looked good even before then. He just seemed to be having bad luck, but he's, he got the game-winning hit here on Thursday, walk-off in the 11th. And I imagine, obviously he's a very talented young catcher who needs playing time. I think that situation where he's starting 33% of the time, it may rise to more like 40% of the time, which would be bad news for Sean Murphy.
Yu Darvish faced live hitters on Thursday, his first time doing so since the middle of March. Justin Martinez has resumed throwing. He's working his way back from shoulder inflammation. Max Scherzer threw a bullpen on Wednesday and then faced live hitters for 20 more pitches. The Dodgers have bumped Tony Gonsolin up to start this Sunday against the D-backs, making him a 2-start pitcher this week. Originally was scheduled to go Tuesday of next week, so that's a nice surprise if you started Tony Gonsolin.
No, he was supposed to be 2 starts originally this week. That's what I pitched him as coming into the week. So I guess he got bumped back, and now he's back in. Yeah, so it all came together.
What's up, guys? If you want to see our list, let me know.
Derek Shelton, after a 12-26 start to the season,
We do have an updated list of. You want to see the list, Joey? I'll send you the list.
Just because, the timing feels a little bit weird. Fire your manager.
I got you, bro. You could take a look at your messages.
Chandler is coming off his worst start now, which happened today. So, I guess
that's unfortunate. we made a huge deal.
If anybody else wants to see that list, say the word "list" in the chat.
Night, both my article and the video.
We'll take care of you.
He has a stinker that very night.
Yeah. No problem. Let me know. What's up, Ethan? How's everything, Ethan?
That first bat, it was new high in pitches, 78. It's even more than Paul Skeens threw in any of his minor league starts last year.
Ethan, I have that Buhner still, by the way.
I still think if Bubba Chandler follows up that stinker with
Good to hear, bro.
Start more like he's had all along, that'll end up being his last start in the minors. But you're right. It is, Don Kelly, who's taking over for Derek Shelton's been in the organization, so it's not like a totally fresh face or anything. It did give me some pause, though, saying, "Oh, it's now the time we want to introduce."
Ethan, also, if you want to see that new list, I have that new list.
With the managerial change going on.
Let's quickly run through some waiver options from Thursday's action. We mentioned Gabriel Moreno had a big game against the Dodgers, 3 for 4 with his first home run, a grand slam off of Yamamoto. He missed Tuesday and Wednesday due to left side soreness, but was back in the lineup. He's hitting the ball hard, just not barreling it up, just not optimal for optimal contact for power.
No, not both.
40% rostered.
Not both. The inscription sold. The inscription did sell.
Yeah, I've been hesitant to move him down because I was high on him in the beginning, and I still think the skill set is unchanged. I mean, expected batting average.
I do have that one still.
Play discipline still great, average exit velocities. His pull air rate is terrible. It's never been good, which is why the power hasn't lived up to expectations. But he is maybe the best. I want to say the best contact hitter, but the catcher who's maybe best built for batting average other than Yainer Diaz. Something like that. Like there's I think some really useful skill set here for Gabriel Moreno, and he's off to a slow start. But there are enough intriguing catchers who are off to great starts that I agree 40% roster rate it doesn't need to be any higher than that right now.
Dalton Varsho has looked good since coming off the IL, 3 for 4 with his third home run in just 7 games played so far. 27%.
I have Pete Rose. We always keep tons of Pete Rose. Tons of Pete Rose.
Yeah, I would say so. And he just missed being among my sleeper hitters for this upcoming week. Spoiler alerts.
I got you.
Gives you some speed, which is nice. He is probably going to sit against left-handers most of the time. So that limits his appeal to 5 outfielder leagues, I would say. But he needs to be rostered in all of those. So that would be more than 27% of CBS sports leagues.
How do you rank Varsho?
Rose? It depends. On my cheap ones, it's like as low as 100, and on my more expensive ones, it's like 135.
Until he shows some.
Let me show you some Soto.
So it'd be between Kepler and Varsho. It may depend how much you need steals. If steals aren't a big issue for you, I might go Kepler over Varsho because I think he's going to play more.
What about Ty France? Is Ty France a thing? 3 for 4 with 2 RBI here. He's hitting 277, only 747 OPS. Not eye-popping, but the expected stats entering Thursday: 295 xBA, 539 xSlug. Do you buy this at all, Scott? Ty France?
I think he could get back
That's
to
Soto.
who he was prior to last year. And he tried to follow in J.P. Crawford's footsteps, do a swing change with drive line. And it just didn't work out. And he talked about that this spring. So he kind of went back to his old swinging approach. At least that's the story. I don't know if that's what's actually showing up. I haven't looked into it that much, but the results appear to be back for Ty France. So I'm inclined to
So that's Juan Soto.
I think he's just reverted back to he was pre-2023, and that can have some value.
Ethan, do you want to see the roses that I have?
The upside is especially high, but Ty France can be usable in deep enough leagues.
What about Colt Keith? He is on a bit of a power binge right now. He hit the longest home run of his career on Thursday, 450 feet. Did come in Coors Field. Last 8 games, he's hitting 348 with 4 home runs. Those are all 4 of his home runs this season. He is 30% rostered, Colt Keith. Who do you like more, him or Ty France as a, I don't know, let's say...
Let me know, guys. Let me know.
I have a little more trust in France, though it sounded a little weird. I have a little more trust in France, but Colt Keith, obviously,
I got you, bro.
Pedigree that he hasn't lived up to yet, and maybe this is the start of it. It's just not nearly big enough of a sample to say. I'm pulling up the exit velocity readings for that 8-game stretch, because I know for the season they're terrible. Yeah, even that stretch, less than 88.
I love Buhner's autograph, though.
I just don't think that's going to cut it.
Definitely a fan of him.
Particularly in a tough part to hit it.
Mm-hmm. And a name for you NL onlyers out there, Rhys Hines. Remember that crazy start he got off to last year? 2-3 with a double and his first home run. 33 games at AAA this season. He was hitting .281, 8 home runs, 12 steals. There is power, there's speed, lots of strikeouts. He's getting a chance here. Tons of injuries for the Reds right now. So for those who play in NL only, Rhys Hines is a name.
If you guys do want to see our new updated list, we do have a new updated list.
Gotta mention Dean Kramer had a nice start. 7 innings, 2 runs, 8 strikeouts at the Twins. The 8 strikeouts were a season high. That's back-to-back 7
New
updated
updated
for Dean
inventory
Kramer.
list.
And Kader Montero of the Tigers pitched very well in a spot start. 8-4 stealed, 8 innings, 1 run, 3 walks to 2 strikeouts, but 13 whiffs under the hood.
Ethan, I got you.
I'm not sure that he's sticking around.
If anyone else wants to see it,
there was a little bit of
say the word list.
Montero,
And we'll forward it over to you like we're doing for Ethan.
To watch, scout for now. Any interest in Dean Kramer?
Not yet. There have been...
Ethan, you could check your messages.
Most of his career, he's been streamable. And that hadn't been the case this year. It's just been a total disaster.
Anybody else wants to see the list, say the word.
He could get back to being
New
streamable.
updated names.
Kramer in this start kind of took a Lance Lynn approach, where he
A Lance Lynn approach.
But faded the curveball and splitter. Just went with 3 variations of fastball, cutter, sinker. They seemed to play well off each other, and he had far and away.
I love Lance Lynn.
We'll see what he does next time. But there is a.
If anybody else wants to see that list that I just sent to Ethan, let me know.
All right, and his next start out, Dean Kramer, is up against the Twins. So back-to-back starts, same opponent. I typically don't love that, so let's see where he goes from here. I agree. I'm not overly excited to go out and add somebody like a Dean Kramer. Let's take our final break, and when we return, Scotty doesn't know. We'll do it right after this. Welcome back in Fantasy Baseball today. You know what time it is. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. So here's how this is going to work. If you weren't here for the first time we played, I will give Scott a stat or a fact about a player. He tries to guess who that player is, and the point is for him to get it wrong. So then we can play the clip, and then we get to talk about that player. Scott, are you ready?
I'm ready to take a dive.
All right, first up, I entered Thursday as the number 2 first baseman in head-to-head points and number 4 first baseman in Roto.
Did you say third baseman the first time and first baseman the second time?
I might have, but it's just first base. Number 2 first baseman in head-to-head points, number 4 first baseman in Roto.
Oh, who is that? 2 in points, 4 Roto. Would that be Freddie Freeman? Scotty doesn't know.
It is Spencer Torkelson, who had a big day in Coors Field. 5 for 9 with 4 RBI. He is up to a .254 batting average, .356 on base, 10 home runs, .907 OPS. Plate discipline much improved this season. Hitting the ball hard. Expected stats look good. Scott, is Torkelson just back?
Just disappointed I got it wrong. I knew that one. I just couldn't remember it. Or maybe I wanted you to play the clip now. Yeah, it was a rough stretch there for Torkelson. Did you give the numbers 133 batting average in his previous 13?
I didn't give those numbers down.
Okay. But even while hitting 133 in his previous 13, struck out at just a 21% rate. So I think that's very encouraging. And while I don't think he's the second best first baseman moving forward, he's right around top 12.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think one advantage that Torkelson has over a lot of the names that we've talked about He plays every game.
Any Padres? Yes, I do. I have Craig Nettles. I have Goose Gossage. Tatis sold out. Hoffman sold out.
Ready.
My 169 ERA is fifth best among qualified starting pitchers.
Name some names. Tell me who else you're looking for.
169 ERA.
We're always getting new Padres in.
No. Let's see who pitched today that we haven't talked about.
Hey, you don't know if he pitched today.
I don't.
No Gwynn. Sorry, Gwynn would have been the first one out of my mouth if we had him in at the moment. But no Gwynn at the moment. We do get a fair share of Gwynn in though.
It would be Chris. Who dominated the White Sox, 7 shutout innings with 7 strikeouts. He had 16 whiffs on 93 pitches here. He leaned on the changeup. It was.
You guys love Tony here. Yeah, give us a follow. We always get Tony in.
ERA, 110 whip.
We always get Tony in.
Like him a lot, Scott, and you were all over it.
Any specific inscription that you're looking for?
My most drafted
because he does have some fun inscriptions.
How nobody seemed to be talking him up, even though it seemed like a pretty easy breakout case, given what we saw out of the bullpen last year and what we saw during that very brief period in 2023 when he was healthy. He had been a little bit shaky lately. Some struggles with walks, not pitching quite as deep into games. But the overall swing strike is great. He's capable of getting whiffs with a variety of pitches.
If you want to see that list, say the word list. Right now, we're just sealing up some of tonight's winners.
That's fantastic.
Getting them ready to go out for you first thing tomorrow morning.
Let's see, you got him SP38. I have him at 45. So we're not far off, and he has been one of the biggest risers this season. Shout out to Chris Bubich. All right, Scott, ready? Number 3?
Let's do it.
All right, I am a shortstop, so I'll give you that. First 23 games, I hit 337 with 5 homers, 6 steals, and 894 OPS. The next 13 games before Thursday, 111, 0 homers, 35% strikeout rate.
Ooh, that sounds bad. What were those official numbers again?
First 23 games, 337, 5 home runs, 6 steals, 894 OPS.
Shortstop.
I would never get this.
Started out great and it's cooled off. Is it? How many? When I get it right, I am going to say that the answer is.
What's the deal with Julio?
I'm going to say the answer.
I'm sorry, he's already sold. He literally sold for $75.
Oh, Trevor Story. Oh, come on, you're cheating. I wasn't looking at actual numbers. I was just looking at names.
God, what a cheater. All right, it is Trevor Story. 1 for 3 with his 8th steal here on Thursday, but he has slowed down quite a bit. 30% strikeout rate. He is chasing a lot.
If you're interested, I could get you another one. But he was here last night. Weren't you here last night?
84? 85%. 85? I would be fine with dropping him in a points league specifically, if you didn't need him in your lineup. If you had another shortstop, which is very plausible, if you weren't relying on him as utility, which is also very plausible.
If you want, I have the same connect. If you want the same ball, I could pick it up.
At the time,
and get that out to you.
Lineup's middle infield spot to fill, and those stolen bases he provides are more critical.
So let me know.
Trevor Story there, but 85 would suggest he's rostered.
I'm pretty sure I could do the same price. I just need to double check. I'm pretty sure that as long as they didn't up their price, I could take care of you. Yeah.
Good to go.
But I don't think that they would have upped their price. But yeah, so it should be the same price.
Okay, I should be able to get this one. Casey Wallz.
Making it too easy now.
Check on that right now.
dominated the Rockies, even in Coors. 6 innings, 1 run, 8
Reach out
strikeouts
to
before
them.
season high. He had 16 whiffs on 86 pitches. Looked great in this one. You know, I said he hasn't lived up to the stats yet.
Yeah, and
This season,
it's too bad because Ethan, the guy that took it, is just a rich guy that like didn't even know Julio, and he just like there was nobody was bidding, and he was just like, oh, you know what, Julio Rodriguez for $75.
I'm struggling with
Cal Raleigh, I can, yeah.
I don't think he's this good. I think he's more of like a mid to high threes here right now.
Well, that's the thing, because I mean, good in terms like, or just the main ERA here is K per 9, even coming off 8 6 innings.
Is Cal Raleigh someone that you would want?
Is much better than in the past. It's like 2 points higher than he's ever given us before.
I think he's deserved a better strikeout rate than what.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Is I'm like, for as good as the harder splitter has played this year and has helped the swing and miss overall, it's surprising that Mize hasn't gotten more strikeouts. Now, is this the start of a correction, or is this just him facing Rockies, which have the worst offense in baseball? They've scored the fewest runs in baseball.
Oh, you got sniped on eBay?
Dreadful offense. And so maybe that explains the strikeouts. By the way, very coy of you. I was kind of floating Casey Mize before the show as my oh my goodness gracious player, and you didn't seem enthusiastic about it. Now I know why.
Yeah, I might have done that on purpose. All right, next up, I am a third baseman on a 30 home run pace, yet some managers have been underwhelmed by my production this season.
Sorry, can you say it again?
I am a third baseman on a 30 home run pace, yet some managers have been underwhelmed by my production this season.
Okay. All right. 30 homer pace. That means he only has to have about 6 home runs right now? Right?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Well, it's Devers, right?
Actually, Sky, you're going to kick yourself because it is.
Caminero.
Maybe one time we'll just do an entire podcast of sound drops. Just keep playing a bunch of stuff. But Caminero, 7th home run. He's hitting 244. You know, run production hasn't been great. 720 OPS. So I do kind of understand why some people have been underwhelmed by him. Expect the stats look a little bit better. The biggest thing that stands out, Scott, is the ground ball rate.
Oh no, here. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Was it in this show?
For players like this who hit the ball exceptionally hard in their early 20s, come up with a lot of height, and that is the big hurdle they have to clear. And I would say ones with Caminera's pedigree usually do it. I mean, the exit velocities look great. He's not somebody who's going to strike out much, which is impressive given how young he is and how hard he hits the ball. And I don't know. I think he's going to be fine. I'm actually not that worried about him. I'm going to, yeah, the ground ball rate is too high. It's like 54%. We've certainly seen higher, and we've certainly seen players succeed with the ground ball rate this high. They succeed as power hitters, I mean. So part of it maybe, I know he's not pulling the ball a ton. At least I think I remember seeing that. Let me confirm.
Yeah, now it's gonna make you even more pissed now, Ethan. I do run bids. That's yesterday. That's what Julio was a bid.
Yeah, that's a good point. And it's kind of a league.
It was an auction, yeah.
That's not a big problem for Caminero. Yeah,
That's what it was on Julio.
The expected stats are solid. Both around XB and X slug, both around 65th percentile. Yeah, I understand his production isn't there yet, but I think just give him time.
All right, and last name here on the list. I had a 107 career whip entering this season, but currently have a 140 whip in 2020.
Ew, not great. 140 this year, even though it had been low previously. Is it? I want to get it wrong, but I think I'm going to get it right.
Yeah, I know. And
Bailey Ober?
Come on, Scott.
Ethan, I have even less fortunate news.
I meant to say Kai.
The guy that I get him from, I just went and checked his website. I logged into my account, and they are up in price. So,
15 whiffs on 91 pitches. You love to see that. But
and not by $5 either. So, a little bit annoying. I definitely feel bad, you know.
But yeah, just the fact that he's got this elevated whip this season, harder contact, and that fastball velocity is still right around.
I thought you knew that I had it.
Doesn't really seem to be getting
That one I got at like 60 all in. That one I got at like 60. Right now he's asking like 82 all in.
19 inches, which I thought, oh, maybe that's Bailey Ober's fastball getting back to normal. But no, the vertical break had been 17 last year, and it was about 17 this year. So I don't know that he was those 2 additional inches. He's obviously not somebody who throws hard to begin with, and last year,
Ethan, I'll find one for you though. I spend time on eBay. I spend time on whatnot. And I find deals for you guys. So we will get you one at that price. Meaning the low price. It just might not be, it might not come this minute, you know.
It's going to be hit prevention, it's going to be walk prevention, it's going to be overall base runner prevention. So I think Bailey Ober is still good. It's just I had hopes for him being top 20 this year, and now I'm thinking more like top 36.
But we'll take care of you, bro.
So more like an SP3 than SP2 there for Bailey Ober, who, look, he had the rough start opening day, but has got back on track here. We do need that whip to get lower. All right, again, that was...
I mean, how much do you want to pay for Ichiro? Because the thing about Ichiro is I see him all the time, but he costs. So how much do you want to pay on Ichiro? Do you know?
Now it's time for the weekly preview brought to you by Travis Matthew, apparel designed for confidence and comfort. No matter where the day takes you, Scott and I both rocking our Travis Matthew hats. Got the spiffy Yankees shirt on here from Travis Matthew. We do appreciate it. Let's get into the schedule. 26 teams with 6 games next week. There were 4 teams with 7 games. Rangers, Nationals, Astros, and Braves. What about the Rockies? They have 6 games on the road next week. Let's get into 2-star pitchers. Start or sit these names. Shane Ballz, who has been struggling. Is that the case?
Yeah, I cackled like a madman when you brought that up yesterday.
I mean, the low end, it's like 250 to 3. It's expensive.
Particularly those 2 matchups.
It's very atypical to see them under 300. Put it that way. In decent condition.
Yeah, I'm good with it. He's been a quality start machine of late. I'm not saying it will always be so, but those matchups are enough to run him out there.
I just want to quickly pull up because I know he got up to that rough start.
Definitely pricey.
Starts for Merrill Kelly. It's a 2.57 ERA and a .77 whip. Wow, he's been very good. What about Tyler Mahle, who has lost the strikeouts, but he does get the Rockies and the Astros, both in Texas.
Yeah, that Rockies lineup, and this applies for Merrill Kelly in addition to Tyler Mahle here. It just feels like a free space, right? When you're not in Coors Field, it practically feels like one at Coors Field, particularly on the road. It's like it seems impossible to mess up. I'm sure some pitcher will mess it up eventually, just because that's baseball for you. But I think that buys Another opportunity to start Tyler Malley here, even though some of the underlying indicators are getting concerning. And frankly, that Astros matchup isn't so bad either.
What about Kikuchi, who is at the Padres at the Padres?
Tough matchups. Yeah. There was encouraging signs this last start of the last season that looks like 2024 levels pretty much across the board. But with those tough matchups, I believe you say Kikuchi for points leagues.
What about David Peterson, who is home against the Pirates at the Yankees? So one very good, one very bad.
Points leagues. I'm fine with points leagues. At least he's a good ground ball pitcher, so that should help to mitigate the damage.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, that first Subway Series.
Absolutely.
Stadium, Scott, I'll be at that Yankees game Friday, May 16th. Juan Soto's return to Yankees game. So very much so looking forward to that. It cost a pretty penny, I've got to say. Even sitting up in the nosebleeds, but yeah, very excited to be in attendance for that one. Chad Patrick is at the Guardians and home against the Twins.
Chad Patrick, who is that? He's only 12% rostered. I'd be okay with that in points leagues. He's kind of the very bottom of the points leagues only tier. Not quite high enough to crack my sleeper pitchers list for this week, but he's gone 6+ more than I thought he had. Yeah, that has been decent enough.
Jack Leiter.
All right, we're gonna wrap up here, guys. Thanks for hanging with us. Ethan, I'll be in touch. Everybody have a good night. See you later.